What is happening, y'all? Cowboy here, and welcome to our latest build. And the behemoth you see before you is Sandstorm's older brother, Skystorm. Now, Skystorm is a pretty interesting build. Not only is it an indomitable fortress of a tank, but it is a perpetual hover tank, which means I never have to come down out of the air. On top of that, it is also a manual aim build, working with some grenade cannons. Now, manual aim has very, very specific use cases. I know a lot of people think, hey, I'm going to put on manual aim and hit all my shots. To be honest, no, you're not. Unless you can calculate the velocity that an AC is moving at compared to the velocity of your linear rifle shot and calculate the trajectory, you ain't hitting those shots, all right? You got to be Rain Man to pull that off in your head. But manual firing grenade cannons from above, that, on the other hand, is something that almost anybody can do. So let's jump in and talk about this build. So to start, we are working with two WS-5000 siege launchers. Now, these just give us the ability to actually do a little bit of damage and help stagger stuff up while we're up in the air. Obviously, you could put on two Dizzies and run 4 grenade cannons, but then you are completely reliant on your team to basically open enemies up to hit those grenade shots. So I do think having the siege missile launchers help in this case, especially because they are not impacted by manual aim. So this gives us a way to guarantee some damage, especially if you're struggling to hit your shots. As for the back unit, we are working with double earshot grenade cannons. Now, these are incredibly strong. They're one of the most devastating weapons in the game, but the downside is a lot of the time, unless a target is stunned, you shoot this, the target's already moved. If you're in the air, you might get a little bit of splash damage, but these don't really have the velocity to hit targets, hence manual aim, and fire them where we predict the target is going to move, allowing us to get big juicy shots from above and creating a quite satisfying playstyle. Moving on from there to the frame pieces, we have the Varel head, just because I love it. For the core, we have the CS5000 main dish, a pretty beefy part with a lot of stability, and most importantly, a 112 generator supply adjustment, which, as far as I know, I believe that's the highest in the game. For the arms, Tion Lao to tank it on up, and of course, the VE42B tank treads. Now, for the FCS, since we're manual aim, go all in on missile lock correction, and then lastly, for the generator, the NGI 000. Now, the way that this works is, because of our chest, our energy recharge delay is down to 3.52. And with this particular generator, when we finish supplying, basically after going through that downtime, we get back 3,300 energy. And hover tanks don't drop out of the air, where tetrapods do. So the idea here is when we're up in the air, we zero out our energy. After 3.5 seconds, we get 3,300 back. And we can do this forever. We never have to come out of the sky. With that in mind, obviously pulse armor is the go-to choice here. There's not really going to be a use case for assault armor. But yeah, that is it. It's pretty toxic. I would argue definitely worse than the missile boat for sure. Sharing the info, there's the share info for Skystorm, and then looking down here, this is Skystorm EX. There's his share info. Very, very similar. This is just a pure missile boat variant. So you can see we dropped the earshot in favor of the soup. So if you really want to take the toxicity to the next level, that is how you would do it. But either way, let's go to Nest. And lately, I have had people not starting, so I'm just going to create my own lobbies here. Because I tried to create a lobby earlier. I tried to join a lobby. I had 2 separate lobbies that I was joining, and like the host was AFK. So I attempted... What the hell happened there? My room got disbanded. I had attempted to record this previously, and the video got up to 15 minutes without a 3v3 match because people weren't queuing. And I hit a point where I was like, all right, I'm done. Let's see, what is he playing with? Oh, that's pretty. I like the decal going on. Very, very Gundam-esque. In terms of counters, a reverse joint that's good on assault boost can potentially keep up with this. Other missile boats, of course, other stuff that stays in the air and floats. Float tanks that have an emphasis on lasers. So, you know, this isn't unstoppable, but it is a build where, you know, in a lot of cases, pilotability will usually carry you through. This is the type of build where if somebody doesn't have something that counters it, they're probably shit out of luck. And this is just talking about this version. If we were using the EX version that has all the rockets, that's just... I don't like pulling that into 1v1s, to be honest. It's not fair in 1v1s. I think he's going for like a Gundam vibe. I like it though. It looks really cool. Enable manual aim. think he even knows where I'm at. So when you're out of energy, make sure you're holding a direction, and as you can see, energy is back. And when somebody comes after you, you can actually just kind of quick boost away. You don't even have to engage them, and that's what makes this so incredibly busted. We're just holding spacebar in our direction right now. All of our energy is back. And he can't really do anything. He can chase me, but, you know. Especially with this generator. Usually, most of the time, people aren't going to actually be able to keep up with you, so. He's doing a decent job, I'll give him that. Phase 1 win, baby. So we are only going to do a single 1v1 with this, just because, like I said, I think it's pretty messed up. The pure missile boat version is even worse. Because the missile boat version, I don't have to, I can literally fire and then, I basically turn around, fire the missiles, assault boost away. Turn around, fire the missiles, assault boost away. I'm gonna zero out our energy so that when he comes up, we are full. All right. Let me hit him with like a... Wish there was like an apology so I could be like, sorry. That's the closest I can get. All right, so let's create a threes lobby. Go 6 players, team, 5 minutes. That map's gonna be too toxic. I actually really like wall sector. Let's go wall sector. Especially as crappy as lobbies have been lately. I think this is just going to get me into a match faster. Like I said, 15 minutes into the video, and people still hadn't started matches. What's he got? Let's see. Got Gatling, along with the laser. Is that the twin blade? It's either the twin blade or it's the laser and double missiles. We got a Zimmerman Sna tetrapod. I'm half tempted to just kick him, to be honest. I'm so tired of seeing that shit. Zimmerman's, but with the laser turrets. I like that. It's kind of interesting. This guy stays for sure. You got a cool ass build. And then a moonlight type thing. Some decent variety, I mean, there's obviously some Zimmermans, but it could be worse. And yeah, I think from now on, I might just create lobbies, because that took, what, a minute and a half? Versus me trying to, because I always try to join a lobby that's full, and then it's already full. Or I join it, and the reason it was almost full is because people kept leaving, because the host is AFK. Team's looking pretty stacked. I mean, those laser drones could be pretty annoying. He might actually be able to get on top of me. The other two I'm not as worried about, but the Kuma fellow, he is a potential threat. Which means Unit 01, prime target identified. This air kicked him. Well, now that I know you have the oscillator. Oh, that's a lot of fire. Yeah, we gotta focus him. Oscillator does way too much stun to be allowed. Well, not like allowed, like it needs to be banned, but you know, as in I can't allow him to play the game. Oh, that was a big hit. It's a really interesting playstyle just because we're perpetually up here. Now, the one thing that I really should mention is with doing this, because you're alive for so long, you end up being worth a lot of points. You end up being worth like 400 or 500 points for a kill. And so you do need to be aware of that, because if they decide they're going to rush you down towards the end of the match, you need to go into mega defense mode. Oh my god! The whole team is practically up here! Oh! Oh, I mean, I don't blame them. I would have been like, alright, get this fucking tank out of the air. Oh man. But you see, this is what's so nice about this, is, like, even though we died, they were hounding after me. So all of them are sitting there, like, chasing the tank, and then meanwhile, my team is just free to be like, alright, we're gonna slap you. No, that's not gonna hit. I'm sorry. Holy should be about dead here. Yep, alright, let's focus 0-1. Air tank kick. Woo! Look at me go! $855 points from a manual shot hover tank. And then just for shits and giggles, let me show you what the missile variant does. Because, I mean, I am uploading both, so... Can't even tell. What does this say? PNC Boy Kisser Group Rubicon. Interesting. See, but it's nice to have both, because usually after a single match with doing it, people are going to change up. They're going to be like, nah, we're going super anti-air. Which, if you're going super anti-air, having the missile tank helps. This dude's sticking with what he knows. He says, I'll do the same thing. That dude's bailing. Wasn't this the guy that was just in and then he left? No, this guy's new. Is that a... Oh, I was like, is that Bloodborne or Berserk? But no, it's just kind of some weird symbol. They all doing the same thing. Damn. All right. Well, we got on time. Let me. All right. I'll do one more. I'll do regular, and then I'll pull out the missile boat if they stay. Because I do like. I mean, hitting the manual shots is what's so fun about this. Whereas the missile boat. Alright, I'm giving this dude a 10 count and he's done. Kicking him. Get out, bitch. This looks very much like a poverty build. Setsuna. What's he doing? Okay, it's like a shotgun missile boat. That should be good. Yeah, I think all the build videos forward, we're just gonna create a lobby, and that way if people aren't readying up, we boot them. Because I ain't doing this sit around all day bullshit. I got stuff to do, I got builds to record. Gatling missiles, Gatling rifle missiles, missiles and earshot versus Edgeman, Edgeman 2, Edgeman 3. Well, the middle guy's not really that edgy. He's actually pretty standard. I believe one is the coral oscillator guy. 2 really wants me. Three is almost dead. Let's try and focus him down. Oh, is that a direct hit? Big damage going in on 1 right now. It got me. Chase me into the sky. Especially because we got one dude down and another almost down. It's time for us to be a little slippery. Gonna need to do better than that to catch me. I'm like the gingerbread man. But as a tank. Ah, he got me! Ah, I should have dipped down or dipped up. It's actually going to be really close. We got to get a kill on 0-1 here, and then probably one more to actually pull off a win. Damn. Had a feeling that X1 wasn't going to do much. As soon as I saw the Renjutsu, I was like, yeah, you have no fucking idea what you're doing, do you? Alright, now that we've done 2, we can pull out EX. I feel a little bad, but dude had no fucking clue what he was doing. Get out. Like, I don't expect teammates to, like, beat me and score, but when every match I do, like, I'm running a manual aim gimmick build, and I'm still topping the scoreboard. Like, I just want teammates that are competent, man. I ain't asking for a lot. I know these guys. I've seen them before. These dudes know what they're doing. These guys will bring the heat. I've seen Chuck. Well, I've seen that emblem, and it seems like something he made for himself. And then, I don't know about the other one. I think I recognize the name. The name Fenrir, Singularity S Star, Da Vinci 0x.78. And then we got a loader 4. That's when you know things are probably going to go bad. Got a Tetra. We got, oh man, we have 2 missile boats. This is wrong. Then again, 2 missile boats, you know, sometimes if everyone's up in the air, it doesn't usually work out because there ain't nobody on the ground. Looks like he brought out laser cannons. Unit 2, Mr. Poison Ducky. I think 1 is still the biggest threat. If I wanted to be like super toxic, I'd run this on like, I'd run this on Dooms or something. Run it on a level where there's 0 cover to hide from the endless barrage of missiles I'm firing out. I never expected to get hit by assault armor with this build in the air. It was a incredibly unexpected occurrence there. I was like, I'm just gonna kick him. I'm gonna go down, but not before I blow out as many of my missiles as possible. It's nice having a second missile boat means they're also focusing on him. I'm still not completely sold on the soup. I do like that when you fire it, it's 3 volleys, so it like shoots, and then it shoots the volley, and then it rotates in and it shoots the volley. I do like that a lot. It's a lot of concentrated fire. But to be honest, I almost feel like the basic, the P10 SLT or whatever, that I was using on the Sandstorm build, I feel like that's more consistent in terms of its ability to do damage. Oh, you're dead. Good building dip there. Got a pretty commanding lead right now. That could always change though. missile volley. Boom, 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 boom. No, I'm not dying. Not with 3 seconds left. Running for my life. Nice. Especially after the loss. Had to make that comeback. Alright. So, that is going to wrap things up for our wonderful float tank. Once again, reminder, 2 separate variants. Really just run whatever you want. But up next, a lot of y'all have been asking, and we're finally going to bring them out. In the next build guide, we will be taking a look at Ibis V2. So stay tuned, and I'll catch y'all then.